What's going on, everyone in YouTube world? This is the Cockney Biker. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I was reading the news earlier on. There's a few little things that maybe we should all be aware of. So I'm just going to kind of rehash what I've been reading about and give you all my thoughts on it. Cue the intro. Now, if you live in a high crime area, or a big city, or basically a place where, like say in London or something like that, where there's a large number of motorcycle thefts going on, you might want to take note of this. Motorcycle thieves are now taking advantage of GPS location. And what they're doing is that they're getting GPS locators, either Wi-Fi locators or like expensive ones like that with the SIM cards and all that, and they're hiding it on your motorcycle. And what happens is that like when they follow your bike around and they find an opportunity where you park up your bike when you're not going to be gone, we're going to be gone for a while, but you think it's safe enough to leave your bike unlocked, they come along and next thing you know, your bike is gone. It seems these days it's not enough that you've got to chain your bike up or wrap a cover around it or alarm it or anything like that. I mean, this is mostly in like those big city areas where that sort of thing happens, where people have no choice but to park their bikes on the street, as opposed to like, you know, they don't have garages or like sheds or secure places where they can lock their bikes up. I know that at night time, Uncle Red, he cocoons his bike in chains and covers and all sorts. Most of the bike thieving that goes on though is for like smaller bikes, mopeds or scramblers and like the type, because they're easy to pick up and throw in the back of a truck. There's a nice old car there. And or get out of there like really quick. I'm a big, like, you know, half-ton thing like this, you know, you're going to be hard-pressed to steal this unless you are absolutely determined. Now, like I've said before, if, like, you know, Ocean's 11 wanted your bike, then there's nothing that you can do about it. If they're determined enough, no matter what you do, your bike is going to be gone. Unless you lock it up in the Louvre or, like, the Tate Gallery or something, you're going to lose it. You might as well just ask them, be gentle, don't break stuff to get to it. Now, another little disturbing thing that I'd read about earlier on was the ACME or ACEM. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, ACEM. They've got a study out that says that car autopilots, you know, the self-driving cars, are there's a few of them out there which fail to see motorcycles. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to sort of cross the centre line and hit you head on or anything, but it means that they're going to merge into your lane, or they're going to just simply not see you. I mean, hell, as motorcyclists, we don't want it to be too easy on us now, do we? But like I said, the times are changing now. We're getting away from, you know, driving cars as you normally do to all this self-driving stuff, all these autopilots and the like. I sort of wonder about that. I mean, I like to ride. I want to be in control of the bike on my own, for example. So it's going to be a long time before, you know, they come up with a computer that drives the bike for you. But, you know, at the same time, driving, you like to be in control of your own driving. At least point the thing in the right direction. Now, I don't really have a major problem with self-driving cars if it's something that you want. But it seems to me now that more and more cars are being rolled out with autopilot or self-driving features that are mandatory, that you can't turn them off. It's going to get to a point now that you're going to own a car and all you're going to do is get in it, sit down, tell the GPS where you want to go and just let it do the rest. I mean, it's great if you're tired or you're going on a really long journey or something and, you know, you don't want to sit there staring at the road for hours on end. But it's going to get to a point where you're going to have self-driving trucks, articulated lorries, you know, tractor trailers, and that's going to put a lot of drivers out of work. They're claiming it's all going to be safer, so they're going to like lower your insurance costs or give you incentives to buy a car like that. But I can't help but think that, you know, we're going to lose something, a sort of adventure. I don't know, society sort of wraps us up in cotton wool more and more these days. My daughter, like I say, her and her boyfriend, they bought a car. And it's like just a normal car. I forgot I'll put in a blurb on the screen as to what sort of car it is. I forgot. But it's one of those cars where, and many of you probably know this already, that it's one of those cars that if you don't indicate or use your blinker, it won't let you turn. And if you're on a lane and you want to move into another lane and you don't signal, you kind of can't steer it. It fights you. And it auto brakes as well. Something comes up in front of you and you fail to see it, it slams on the anchors for you. I mean, there's pros and cons. I mean, maybe that should be mandatory if you're a bad driver, like you've had like X amount of speeding tickets, or you've got done for reckless driving or DUIs or something like that, and it's like, right, okay, as of now your license forbids you from owning a car that you drive yourself. I can get that as a punishment, but it seems to me that like everybody is going to have to get something like that. I'm not sure I like that. Then again, that's technology for you. I mean, this is all in conjunction with the new 5Gs that are all going to be coming out. If they can 5G the entire flipping country, then there's going to be no latency. Every vehicle will have its own 5G, which means every vehicle will be aware of every other vehicle on the road, whether it's autopilot or not, or manual driven. So it'll be able to anticipate accidents and all that, because it'll know when there's a car coming up on it, or erratic driving or anything like that. It can give a wide berth and it can signal other cars to do the same thing. But still, does not tickle my danglies that these autopilots can't see us. I mean, some of them. I'm sure there'll be a software patch by the time this all goes mainstream. Yeah, a British study earlier on this year has come to the conclusion that using hands-free devices is just as dangerous as using handheld devices. Whether it's like speakerphones or, you know, talk to text and all that. Apparently, no matter what you do, it's going to distract you from driving. Now, I'm not going to dispute that because it's data. I mean, they use like statistics. I mean, it could be like 51% of all accidents involve people who use hands-free versus non-hands-free. But what does that mean for motorcyclists? What does that mean for motorcyclists who are like using, like, you know, the, oh, don't tug me. Oh, you're not a copper, are you? God, that scared me, the way you backed up like that. Anyway, like, you can't like put your own instincts as to what the data means. If the data says that it's just as dangerous, then it's just as dangerous. My only worry is that what they're going to do about, like, you know, riders who use like the Bluetooth connectors and things like that. There's no law against having music or anything like that in your car when you're driving. There's no law against having music on your bike or in your head when you're driving or in your helmet. So what they're going to do, they're going to somehow stop like phone calls being made while you're driving mode, or what? I think it might be, for the time being, one of those sort of things that they're just going to have to live with. And just be careful if you're driving and you're talking on the phone, regardless of whether it's hands-free or whether you're hand-holding. I prefer it was hands-free, to be honest with you, because I'm pretty sure there is a difference. I'm pretty sure it can be a little bit safer. Anyway, that's pretty much all there is on the news front. On the personal front, I don't have much news on that either. Except Pius, our exchange student, is doing fantastic. He's really settled in. He's like a member of the family now. So yeah, it means he's being a pain in the arse. Nah, he's actually as good as gold. We absolutely love him. He's amazing. He's a great kid. You know, sometimes, well, let's put it this way, for the most part, having an exchange student stopping over with you for a semester or for a year is actually a really good thing. You know, kind of, you open up your house to some kid and you learn about each other's culture and family and things like that. And, you know, Shay, since Shay's moved out, she's still acting like a big sister to this geezer. She's swinging by once in a while and, like, to do her laundry, borrow some money and all that fun stuff. And but also to hang out with him and like play games with him and all that. So I'm just going to put it out there for you. If any of you have got a spare bedroom and you are in, you know, and you're doing all right financially, and you're not poor, you know, you're not struggling to make ends meet, and you don't mind having like a new face around town, some kid to get used to, then you know what? Why don't you get onto the CIEE website and sign up to be a host family? Like I said, it's not like fostering or anything like that. And if that is something that you want to get into, like fostering or adoption or anything like that, especially if you want to do like older kids, then, you know, you can't go wrong by getting involved with this, because the kids who you do get, like, you know, obviously they're well-adjusted kids, they're well-behaved, they get high marks at school. There's no way they can get onto the program unless they do well in school. So you're going to get intelligent kids, you're going to get fun kids, adjusted, well-adjusted kids. And don't forget, these kids speak multiple languages. So, and, you know, being around you could only like serve to enhance those skills. So if you really want to sort of get involved in all of that, I'll drop a link in the description below, and you know, just try them out. Just like, I don't know about right now, I mean they might have a few kids like available right now who need placements or emergency placements because something might have gone wrong with their host families. But if you're a decent enough family, you know, the kids are going to have a fantastic time, and believe you me, you're going to have a good time as well. I don't know, give it a go. I don't have any regrets. I mean, it's only been 3 weeks, but no regrets so far. He's doing fantastic, and it makes a great testing ground for if you want to get involved in the foster care system. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about the subject. Oh, and on top of that, he's a bit of a moped freak. He likes mopeds. He's got one back in Germany. So motorcycles is a big thing for him as well. He loves jumping on the back of Cherry with me, or like get on the back with Tomato with Dawn and like go for a spin. He loves it. You know, if you're into biking and all that, and you might get some kid who might be into it as well, it'd be great to show them, like, to give you a great excuse to like jump on the bike and go touring around like your old hunting grounds. So that's all I've got to say about all of that. Let's come to the end of the video, so I'm going to close it down from here. Thank you all so much for your kind attention. Take care of yourselves, ride safe, and like I said, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, it's just down there somewhere. There's some more videos hovering around here. In the meantime, you take care of yourselves, you ride safe, and laters.